Hey Red Roller Nation, it's me, Coach Josh, over here. Check it out. I am not an astronaut. I am not fencing. I am here today for Friday Friends. You recognize this guy. He's like the favorite guy that comes on every week because he has all the cool animals. This is Bri Bri, the reptile guy, but I have to officially change his name because he's bringing a greater variety. So now he's going to be Bri Bri, the animal guy. And he stopped by today. He's on his way to do you call it a bee rescue?
Usually it's a removal.
A bee removal. And so I saw his suit sitting in his van, and I'm like, oh, can I wear that? Because I've always wanted to have a bee suit. He's promised me that I get to go and do a bee removal with him sometime, but I've got to get a suit. This is what a bee removal suit looks like, so the bees can't get in and sting him, and he can still work with them and see. But anyways, enough about me. It's about Brian today. And Bridger, he's going to be our guest interviewee today. And so he has some questions for Brian. So Bridger, I'm going to turn this interview over to you. And Brian, I'm just going to sit here, and if there's any bees, don't worry, I will tackle them.
Yeah, so Brian, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I am not a stranger to creatures, as you all know. I started catching and wanting to keep things and bring them home when I was about 1 year old. I would run around with the little plastic cups from Play-Doh and stuff, and they wouldn't have Play-Doh in them. They'd have a bug, or sometimes bee, sometimes grasshopper. Sometimes, if I could get to a little stream, there'd be a little fish in it I'd try to catch. But I grew up around creatures since I was about 1 year old, and I haven't stopped since. And I grew up in areas where there's lots of animals. I grew up in the Dakotas. I spent a lot of time on the family farm. So I've never sat still. I've always been out doing something.
If you could compare yourself to an animal, what would it be?
Probably have to be at least an ant, because they never stop working, and I don't. I have multiple jobs. They are always purpose driven. They always know what task they have to get done. They know how they're going to get it done. And even if they hit a roadblock, something collapses in their inner structure, or they run into something that's in the way, they still keep pressing forward. They don't stop. They have one goal, and that's to survive. And I'm just trying to survive.
And can they lift 100 times their body weight?
Yeah, they're pretty strong.
You too? Can you do that?
Probably not close to 100 times. But I'll say maybe 99 times.
Wow!
Try that. I change tires without a jack. So.
Woo! Which fictional character would be the most exciting to meet in real life?
Well, I guess since I like so many critters and I really like bugs, I'm going to go ahead and give Spider-Man a shout.
Ooh.
I'm going to say that I kind of like the way he handles things, and I'd like to be able to do a little web shooting out of the hands, and every once in a while, if I don't have gas money, I'd like to be able to just swing and get to where I'm going. That'd be kind of cool. So that'd be all right for me to meet Spider-Man.
Nice.
Yeah. Next, what is the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
As far as food-wise, I believe when we were tearing down an old 3-step stage in the church and school I work in, we were ripping up the steps, and there was a Skittle, a purple Skittle, that was underneath those steps, and I'm certain that stage had been there at least 15 plus years, and I went ahead and ate that because we didn't take any breaks. It was a little hard, but it still tasted like a purple Skittle.
Hey Brian, it's Earth Day this week, and I know that you work with a lot of animals, so what's your favorite insect and how does it help the Earth?
My favorite insect is a bee, because I like to eat, and if it wasn't for bees, you wouldn't have much food to eat, because bees actually pollinate and help produce 80 to 90% of the crops out there, 90% of the food we eat, and every 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4 bites of food that everybody eats is thanks to a bee.
Bridger, thank you for interviewing today. Brian, thank you for stopping by. And I'll give you your suit back so you can go rescue some bees.
That'd be a little easier, yeah.
Whatever you're going to do. Yeah, don't forget this because you probably wouldn't like me. And so...
it'd be bad.
Yeah. We'll send you off on that. And I've got to order my own. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining us, Red Rover Nation. And Coach Josh and Brian and Bridger, we're bugging out. Get it? Bugging? Bug like beat? Okay, sorry.
You can edit that out.
Yeah. No, sorry. See you later, guys.